Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this T-Flex CAD training course, and the topic for today will be the main concepts of operation. Let us start by showing very basic stuff like this main window where we can define a new document. In here you can see, for example, these icons to create new documents, first in ISO format and also the possibility to create in ANSI format. So we can start by creating a drawing or a 3D model. In fact, this is one of the advantages of the program, because other programs that you have in the market, they have different files for a 2D drawing compared with a 3D model. T-Flex joins everything in the same file, even that you can start by any of these possibilities in 2D or 3D, but inside you can share information from 2D to 3D and vice versa, and everything is inside the same file, which is a big advantage. So we can create a new drawing. We can come here and open recent ones, or open a drawing that you have already in your computer. And we have other options around here, like the what's new functionalities, some resources in terms of libraries, examples, and so on, and also a tutorial. Besides the normal access to YouTube channel of the company, the possibility to send emails, and so on. So ISO drawing, and it will open the environment of the 2D. Most of these concepts we will speak about and show. You can see them also along these video lessons, because we are starting these video lessons, and you can connect also to our channel and see the examples we are releasing for both 2D and 3D, where you can see the techniques and different uses in different examples. So it's another way to see what we speak here, for sure, besides the theoretical course that we will release also after all these video lessons. So into the environment, the first thing to notice is below here the area that we call the status bar. And the status bar shows very important information, because as you can see, when I fly over an icon, so I get different information in this area and an explanation of what is going on besides the coordinates in this right area. So line, you see L and then construct line, and the L means the shortcut to call the command. So if I'm around this drawing area, if I say L, then I call the command. So this is very interesting, very important to notice, because you have different shortcuts and different names of commands when you fly over each icon. Then we have also around here the tabs that can define what you have open in your environment. You can make all these definitions around this icon. So you have the customize, where you can customize your drawing. You can the interface elements, where you can see what is being shown, and the tool windows also that allow you to see different things for different purposes. For example, one of the things that I'd like to show you, this bird's eye view, opens something around here, and then when you go in zoom in, so you see this black rectangle that shows what is visible at this moment. So, and you can change this for different places. Okay, it's another way to see this kind of an aerial view. Another nice functionality that you have inside the program is what we call the Library Explorer. That can be used for opening documents also, or for editing what we have inside our computer. So you can access many things that are already saved and stored in your computer. So if you access one file, it doesn't matter which one. For example, rib. So just do this, grab it and drag it here. I'm not sure if this is a 2D or a 3D file, but it will open something. Okay. We can have also different things. Oh, this is a 3D drawing, sorry. Let us test it with a 2D design. So construction lines, for example, like this one. I'm not sure if it will open something around here. No, nothing shown. Okay, but you can drag and open things here. I was saying that each time that you create something, so different icons, different commands will open different things. We have also different properties. So we have something that it is called the properties window. So in here, when we say I want to create a line, for example, it doesn't matter the lines, then you have properties around here. Okay, circle. If you choose the circle, at this moment I don't have anything but line here. So you see, I go to line and then I have properties. If I go to in here, it will change something. So we have properties under this tab here. Besides, every time I go to a different command, I get this menu that I call the auto menu, and it will react according to what I choose on top of these things or around the commands here. Okay, and it will change according to the options that I'm choosing here. This is not a particular case where it changes, but there are options around these menus that when you choose something inside this auto menu, it will change also. Some of the symbols of the icons are always the same in any type of command. So like these parameters, the cancel, the addition, whatever. Okay, these are different things. Something that is common also, it is called the information window. And the information window, for example, if I create something, okay, if I go and do a right click, I get this menu and I have information. Then with the information window, I can know a lot of things. Properties, I can measure, I can show what it is, edit, whatever. A lot of options that we will see a little deeper also along the course. Another concept that we can have is the concept of the active drawing window. So in this particular case, I have only one window open, but I can go to the start page again, create a new one, and now I have two. So what happens it is I can have multiple drawings opened, but there is only one that is active at once, because I can only draw one thing at a time. So if I have this ISO drawing 4 open, so I'm drawing inside this one, and if I activate the other one, then I'm working on this one. So I think it's a quite easy concept to understand. Then we go to drawing. We have multiple possibilities, so I'm just making some random things around here, creating a graphic line. So we have different types of entities. We will see in the next lessons these different types of entities and what to do with which one of the entities. But as in any different drawing CAD environment, we have snaps, so we can activate or not different kinds of snaps, of snap points according to what we do. So according to what it chooses, we get this kind of functions that we can activate or not. Okay, and choose intersections, constructions, midpoints, whatever. So a lot of different things. And we have also filters on top of here. If I want to choose something, I can activate these filters, because as you can see, I have filters for nodes, which in fact are points, construction lines, images, hatches, dimensions, letters, whatever. Okay, I have different things. In 2D, I can have also something which is quite interesting, and some people like it, some people don't like it. And we can see this functionality under the edit menu called the grid. And the grid, okay, basically it's a set of points that we can activate or not. Okay. And basically, if I do grid snap, I can enlarge or reduce the grid. But snap to grid, let us try to do something. Okay, you see the grid here. Okay, it can be visible or not. And just to no longer visible. Besides this grid, we have other functions that help us to draw around here. We have also these functions in this side, in this toolbar, that allow us to make the zooms besides what we can get with the mouse, because I'm dragging with the middle mouse button or wheel. I can make this kind of functionality, choosing or making zooms. But I can assess this kind of functions also around here for the zooms, for hiding construction or not, other functions around here, the regens. We will see also among the next lessons what to do with these functionalities. We have also, as in any other CAD, some functions to make the addition of the geometry in terms of moving, copying, transforming elements with the clipboard. So we can have the functions around here, as you can see, move, or with these rotations, whatever. But I can also choose and pick some entity, and after choosing the entity, I can change something around here, or simply coming to this menu that appears and say, for example, move with translation. Okay, one point to other point, and I'm moving. So it is what we call the transformation only with the clipboards, without going to icons. We have also the normal functionalities of the undo and the redo. Okay, you know how to work with this. It's quite simple to go back or recover some things that we have undone. We have also one interesting function called the Diagnostics window that is around here. And in this part of the screen we can see some messages every time we get problems in our drawings or in our 3D models, and it will explain you what is happening. So we have some messages that wants to mean something, so it's an opportunity to see what is going on. And finally, we have, as we have in 3D, we have also in 2D a couple of functions that allow us to make some definitions about the normal characteristics of 2D entities. And these characteristics are usually in any CAD package, especially the color, the layer, the line type. Okay, but we have a couple of more things around here. One, it is called the priority, and another one is the level. So how to work with this? We have in this area of the screen, so we have these functionalities. These are the layers, so we can click and we have the window for the layers, where we can define properties like hidden, frozen, show on screen only, whatever, colors, line thickness. So we can create a new layer, for example, call it CADsoft, it doesn't matter. Then we can apply some properties, being hidden or not, having assigning a color or not, this kind of functionality, quite easy to work with. So when we say one element, okay, change parameters, so this element, as any other element, has some characteristics among them. So you see the level, the layer, the priority, the color, and I can say among them change color, so it changed. I can do this after the entity is created, or I can simply say change color, okay, and I say okay, do graphical lines with this color. So, and now if I want to create a graphical line, let's create one. Sorry. Let's create a graphical line. Okay, and it is on the color that I assign. This is quite easy to understand. A little different and very interesting is the topic of the levels. The levels, what we can do with them is quite interesting. I will change drawing, in fact. I will create these lines. And I will change, for example, I can change parameters for this graphic line and say level, it will be level 1, okay? And I say that this one here will have level 2. So this is a kind of a filter, because we can say construction lines visible will be only from the number 3, and this is defined by integer numbers, for number 3 to 127, so 0. So one of the lines was level 1, the other was level 2, so nothing is visible. But if I say, oh, I want to see from level 2 to 127, or level 1, okay, they should be around here, probably here. Okay, they are here, they are both in 0, I did not change them. Let us try again. level 1, and I create this one, and level 2, create this one. So now I will say from 1, and okay, only this one is appearing. So the idea here, this is another tool, or you can call it a filter, that allow you to see things split by this characteristic, and you can have numbers for all of these entities. We can have this from minus 126 to 127 positive. So these are integer numbers. So you have a lot of possibilities, especially if you think these together with the layers. So this is another way to organize information. The priority is a little different. The system, it is the same. I don't have anything now in here. But basically it is the same, because we can have the same possibility of defining a number to any element, but it is specially used when we are creating assemblies, and the priority will say what is in front of what. So if you lower the priority, those elements will be behind others. So imagine the situation where you are making an assembly, and this assembly has elements that are represented in terms of the 2D. So you are creating lines, and these elements, if they are behind something, if they are behind the part, they should not be visible. So you can have your elements there, and the priority will put them behind this other part that in fact are just a set of lines. So it's not really a projection. They don't exist as a physical element, only has in terms of the 2D. So these are different concepts. I hope these explanations were clear to show some basic characteristics of the program. Again, as I said, when we start this lesson, we will have the opportunity to see these concepts among the next lessons, because now they are just theoretical concepts. And you can check also the exercises that we are publishing to see most of the things split among the different examples that we have. But if you check a set of exercises, for sure you will be able to get some nice information to apply these concepts and new ideas to work with your drawings and in your work. So anyway, any questions, we are around here, so put us a comment or send us an email, and it will be our pleasure to answer you in what you need.